Welcome to another LSMN Press Box. Before we get started, I just wanted to use this last episode of the school year to kind of show what the Press Box could look like next year. So it's recently been announced that I will be the sole AV teacher between Tech East and Tech West here in LISD. The practicum class will be here at Tech East, and the AV1 or first year class, AV1, AV2, will currently move between West and East, depending on the day, possibly, or anything like that. But the practicum class currently is scheduled just to be in the spring. So I wanted to keep this press box going, so it's a show that's able to just be picked up, whether it's me hosting, whether it's a student hosting, anything like that. Wanted to keep it going through the fall when we don't have practicum class running the show. And so I've added my co-host for next year, possibly, Brendan Selke, formerly of LSMN, current OSU student right now. It's Oklahoma State. You ask him, he might refer to as Ohio State as OSU. Though I think he's changed on that. He's not the Michigan love that you used to be back in high school. So he'll be joining me. We'll hopefully have a guest every week as well to talk sports, talk movies, anything like that. Because as we shift the AV programs more together, it's going to be more of a split between movies and sports. I, as you can see by all my jerseys, love sports, but you might not know I also really love movies. One of the reasons I got into AV as well. But on this episode, as we get into it, joining us, me and Selke, is Mr. Luke Dallas, or otherwise known as Lucas Ballas.
Hello.
You might have seen his credit on any overtime episodes we did. He is our director this year. I'm not sure who's directing right now. I think it's Aiden.
Yeah, Aiden is directing.
But he was directing all of overtime. He's been the director for PressBox. So we wanted to get him out here. He likes movies, so we thought, why not give him some on-air opportunities on this last ever episode. But we'll kind of kick off with some movies. Some big summer blockbusters coming out this summer while we're gone away from school and everything like that. What's your most excited movie, Lucas?
For the summer?
For the summer.
I'd say refresh me on a couple. I haven't seen a ton for the summer.
I know you got,
I remember.
coming up this week, if you want to count that summer or not.
I will.
Mandalorian and Grogu. Then you've got one I didn't know about till recently that y'all were all excited about talking about yesterday.
One. I think I know what you're about to say.
Backrooms?
Yes, I would say that's my most excited for.
Backrooms. What is Backrooms?
So it was started as like some found footage kind of analog horror thing on YouTube, and I guess it blew up. And is that the trailer? But
it's Mandalorian and Grogu behind you.
Yeah. So it started as that, and it was the whole idea is a liminal space. This guy randomly, I think, get sucked into this bunch of hallways, all this stuff, and people thought it was really weird, creepy. There's a bunch of different worlds he ends up going dimensions. I don't know exactly the terminology for it, but looks kind of cool. The movie, seeing the trailer, yeah, that's what the whole idea behind it is. A weird looking place, and then a whole maze. The trailer looks different than I expected it to be, but I think it'd be interesting to see it turn into a movie as opposed to a bunch of different YouTube videos.
Okay, I got you.
Professionally done.
Another big one, possibly if you're into it, Masters of the Universe.
Oh, yeah. I forgot that's coming out.
An old cartoon.
Yeah, He-Man.
That's tried to be revived a few times, I think.
Yeah.
But they're actually putting money behind it now, it seems. And you've got, I think it's Jared Leto as Grayskull.
Oh,
which is pretty interesting.
Would make sense.
I don't know who the other actor is.
I don't recognize any of these people.
You got any idea there, Sophie?
I have no idea.
No?
I mean, I
Is
saw
there
the
something-
trailer. I say this. I saw this. I don't know, this things, and I can't decide.
Oh, up there is the guy on the right, Idris Elba.
Oh,
That's a big
I
deal.
don't know, is that this seems like something that like Nicolas Cage would be in. You know, something you just pick up. You're like, oh, sure.
Well, I mean, kind of. You do have Jared Leto down there as
Yeah,
Skeletor.
that is
right?
also Jared Leto doing Morbius and all that.
The main actor is Nicholas Gizolante. I'm not super familiar with him,
I'm not familiar at all.
but he was the big guy in Shape of You, or The Idea of You. Sorry, The Idea of You, which is a big romantic book right
Never
now.
heard of
It became a movie.
Oh,
I know the only reason I really know about it is My Fiance.
Yeah, I
It's
figured.
one of her
Yeah.
favorite book series, written by her favorite author. And I remember she wanted to see the movie, but we haven't seen it yet. We go to the movies a lot, but haven't seen that one yet. So there's that. Also coming out same day actually. Scary Movie. I know
Oh, yeah.
you're kind of interested in
yeah,
that one.
I do like the scary movies a lot, and I think they are getting I never forget I never remember their names. The brothers.
The Wayans brothers.
The Wayans, yeah.
They are directing and starring in it once again.
I'll
They
be
did
very
not
excited for
star or direct it after 2, I think.
Yeah,
Scary Movie
I think
2.
that's when it started getting popular, and more people stepped in to like help direct it and do all those stuff. There's one of them I haven't seen. I've seen all of them except for I want to say 4, maybe.
4 would be, I think, Charlie Sheen. If you're, or is
Wasn't
that
he in
3?
5 as well though?
Was he in
Because I
5?
saw that one as
He
well.
might have been
I
in
saw.
5.
I know I saw one with Charlie Sheen.
They kind of benefit from the same thing. If you ever saw the TBS show, Most Notorious Criminals or something like that. It was
Heard
like
of it. Yeah.
Yeah.
making fun of criminals type show. They took a bunch of actors who are like pop culture icons that maybe have not had the best of fortune, I guess you could say. They were either in and out of jail, their
Like
popularity
Danny Trejo
dropped, or just something, and they just put them on a TV show that make fun of people and whatnot.
Interesting.
Same with Scary Movie. They kind of benefit.
Yeah.
Hey, here's a paycheck because
Yeah.
you know you're not getting one from anybody else.
Yeah.
So why not be in our movie?
I'm pretty sure for Scary Movie, because you know they do like the horror movie references. Obviously, like the ones that they did in the early movies were way before the time, like you know Scream, Halloween, all those stuff. But this time they're going to be doing. I know Terrifier was on the lineup.
You'll have to help me out. What's Terrifier? Was that
It was
that a horror
popular-
movie recently?
Did you? Yes and no. The first one was I want to say 2013. The second, well, no, 2015 or 16. Second one was I want to say 2022, and then the third one was 2024 or 5. It was somewhere around October, but you may have heard of it because the movie just relies entirely on shock value because it's insanely gory, insanely violent, and all this stuff. First one was it was like an okay horror movie. You know, it was like pretty run of the mill slasher, and then they just kept reviving the character as some like paranormal. You know, like because he's a clown. He's like an immortal clown that
okay.
like he'd come back to life and then terrorize again. And then with like the third one, it got even more unrealistic. And I was like, unrealistic horror movies aren't like I'm not into paranormal, but that's not technically paranormal. It's more slasher. But that's supposed to be on the lineup, and I want to say, what was another horror movie that came out around like 25 or 24?
There's a bunch, but the little girl,
Oh,
I can't remember what,
Annabelle?
like
Yeah.
Annabeth or maybe?
Annabelle?
I think it. Yeah.
Annabelle? Was that-
They might. I think she was in one of the scary movies at one point, but I would see her coming back.
Oh, what's the robot like little girl?
Termin? I know what you're talking about. I don't
'Cause
remember her name
that's
entirely.
that's like the selling point in the trailer.
Yeah.
Is like it's the animatronic or robot or whatever she
yeah.
is.
I wouldn't
and
be surprised if they did Five Nights at
Screen
Freddy's.
Face takes off
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
the
Yeah, I
mask
remember
of
from the trailer.
and stands up and he's the whole
Yeah,
thing.
but I wouldn't be surprised if Five Nights at Freddy's was featured in Scary Movie. That might honestly be, that might have been on the list. I might be forgetting it. I am excited though for Scary Movie. I mean, like I said, horror comedies are one of my favorites. I like of the Evil Dead series. Have you seen Army of Darkness?
Oh yeah.
That's my favorite, Army of Darkness, because they ditched the whole making it scary and they're like, let's just make it funny.
Make it goofy,
And
yeah.
you know, have a little edge, you know. But did they say anybody else who's going to be in Scary Movie 6?
So I think they've dropped 6 from the title,
Oh,
but
yeah.
it's basically all the original cast: Regina Hall, Anna Faris, the Waynes, everybody like that. John Abrahams, which was like Anna Faris's brother, which is like the same thing from Scream. So they're bringing a lot of the Scream things back. But like the posters you can find online of like all the things, it seems like it's going to be more than just scary movies referenced. Like they have like the Scream mask guy, in like a Michael Jackson look, like, and it looks like the Jackson trailer or the movie poster.
Oh yeah.
Five Nights at Freddy's, Get Out was referenced.
Okay.
What's the kids running?
Oh,
What
that's
was that?
not Long Legs. Same people who made Long Legs. It was Weapons.
Weapons,
Yeah.
It looks like they're going to reference Weapons. So they've got a bunch,
Yeah, that's what I was trying to think of.
Somar, Sudmar. It was no, it was a horror movie with the Black Widow.
Scarlett Johansson.
No, not Florence Pugh. Like Midsummer.
Midsummer. Yeah.
It
Okay.
looks spelled wrong. Maybe I'm just
Yeah,
dyslexic.
no, I know you're
I
talking
would love
about.
to. I would love to chirp in, but you know, I'm over here and I'm just like.
I know you're not a big scary movie.
I'm not a scary movie guy,
You-
and I already not like the huge movie guy in general.
Fair enough.
I've got better, I will say, since like high school, but it's still.
Yeah, I've heard
but
good things
Scary
about
Movie is just
Midsummer,
rough.
but there was another movie that they made. I think it was not Heretic. It was I don't remember the name at all. But yeah, same people made that movie. They also made, I think, Barbarian. So I'm surprised that Midsummer is going to be referencing that.
I
didn't know it
just
was
see
like a
the
horror
trailer
movie.
because that was
Yeah.
like her with like some flower on her head, crying, right?
Yeah.
This happens to be a particular flower that you would imagine the Waynes would use a lot. If you catch my drift, I don't want to say on a school podcast.
Understandable.
Maybe something more up Selkie's alley. Toy Story 5 comes out
That's
in
just crazy.
June.
I know they still made those.
Toy Story 5.
Yeah.
Any interest
I saw
in
like
it?
the new animation for it, like, you know, updated animation. Does not feel as nostalgic, like watching,
Definitely
like
not.
seeing the stuff just because it looks totally different. I will say that.
So
like-
the original looked like super plasticky.
Yeah.
The new one looks a bit more
More
realistic or anything
Yeah.
like that. But I mean, is it that different from say 3 or 4?
No, but like I just saw someone on Twitter. It was like a comparison between like the first Toy Story and that, and I was like,
Well,
well, this doesn't feel right.
The first
It just
Toy Story
doesn't
was
feel
made.
right.
When you showed us that in class, I heard,
It just doesn't feel right.
the first one was made in what, 92?
Yeah, but like it's just
Somewhere
like I feel like the only reason they're still making those is for nostalgia. It's not like there's much going on outside
Cash
of
grab.
that.
yeah,
cash
backpacking off
grab,
stuff
but you
that
know,
they knew the kids, like, because it
Yeah.
did good with kids really early, and then they're
But-
hoping that it would still keep doing it. That's why they had to integrate an iPad into it.
Yeah, is it an iPad? They call it like the learning pad, which
oh, one
You
of
know,
those
They
things.
might can't call it
Yeah.
an iPad because
Yeah, the
and all that, but
you'd think they would, because
A screen.
technically Steve Jobs is the man who founded Pixar. He
so
funded
true.
all the money for them to become their own company after George Lucas sold them off
That's right.
from Lucasfilm back in the 80s. Because did you ever? It was a horror movie. I can't think of it. It was like The Blue Wave or something like that in the 80s. Had Samuel L. Jackson in it, like really young
Sounds
Samuel L.
familiar.
Jackson. But there's an animated water like particle, like it's like a tentacle almost looking thing that moves around and interacts with them before like crushing them with the water.
Interesting.
They used the Pixar computer to make
Oh.
that animation for that movie. That's what they developed, and then they kept making it, and made the computer really good.
That does
And then
sound
as soon as it became like good, Lucas sold it, technically with some money from Steve Jobs, to the head of the department, but they became their own thing, which was Pixar.
See.
And then Disney acquired Pixar way down the line. A lot of people think they were always together. It wasn't until like 2010 that they
Yeah.
actually became part of the same company.
I think it was like around when the Shrek movies were coming out. Is when they, right? When they started to come back together? Or when they did?
No, so Shrek was making fun of Disney movies.
That's right.
Because Katzenberg, who was a director, got really mad at Pixar and Disney for firing him multiple times.
Yeah.
But that's what the SKG stands for in the logo, like for DreamWorks, is Spielberg, Katzenberg, and forget the G. But those three directors were best friends at AFI, American Film Institute, and then went on to do some of your favorite movies and things like that. But they all put money into DreamWorks to rival Pixar and Disney as animation, because Disney always had animation, whether it was hand drawn or what.
Yeah, that's
but
true.
that's when they went away from hand drawn and even their computer animation in 2010. You can kind of see like Frozen, I think, was one of the first ones that Pixar did all the animation for Disney. So Disney wrote it, directed it, did everything, but Pixar was the one that animated it. And that's from then on, they were the same company, basically. It's kind of like Marvel and how Disney bought Marvel, or Lucasfilm and Disney bought them.
Yeah.
Another big one I don't think we talked about yesterday. I don't know if I'm sold on this. Have y'all heard of Death of Robin Hood? It's really interesting.
I think I heard something
concept.
about a Robin Hood movie coming out or something like that. But
So
Yeah.
it's a what if Robin Hood was really old and dying kind of thing, and it's being played by Hugh Jackman. So it almost kind of feels like a Logan.
Yeah,
like
that's
if
what
you
I
go
said.
like look it up. He has to so like apparently he's like gravely injured on the verge of death and has to his last battle is overcoming all the people he hurt or something like that. That's like the concept. I couldn't
Okay.
really. It sounds interesting to a point because
Yeah.
I really like Hugh
yeah,
Jackman.
it sounds like one of those things I had to see a
But-
trailer.
yeah, it's
to be
like,
to get a better idea of it.
Yeah.
Worst case scenario, go and buy some popcorn.
Yeah.
Sit there and
Another big one. I don't think we even talked about it really because I don't think any of us are interested in it. But Supergirl.
Oh, I
Any
heard about that
interest in
coming out.
Supergirl?
I mean, maybe one of those things that comes on the streaming. I'll watch it, but
yeah, just
it's-
randomly.
It doesn't
if I
pique my
see
interest. I mean, same with the Superman movie. I wasn't huge on it. I mean, it wasn't too bad, but I kind of
Did you see the Superman movie in theaters?
yeah, I believe so.
I didn't see it in theaters. Maybe it's the like DC zealot in me. I'm not a big like DC guy when it comes to like their movies coming out like first.
Yeah,
I didn't see
the Batman.
no, like I saw the Batman in theaters, the Robert Pattinson
Yeah.
one or the Dark Knight ones. I saw those, but like I didn't see Man of Steel, Batman v Superman,
Yeah, nah,
the original cut of Justice League. I went out of my way to watch
the Snyder cut.
the Snyder cut
Good.
on HBO during COVID and everything like that.
Oh yeah,
I
forgot that was on
really
there.
liked the Snyder cut,
Definitely.
but with who's it? I can see his face. The director, or I guess not director. Who's the head of DC? Do you remember? He wrote. Anybody in the control room help me out too. He wrote all the Guardians movies.
Oh,
Look up
Just
Guardians.
Google.
really
Just
smooth.
Google.
James Gunn. That's
James
who I'm
Gunn.
thinking of.
Yep, yep,
I
yep.
could not think of James Gunn for a second.
Yeah, it was James Gunn.
There you
What
go.
was it?
Way to get in there, Alex. Yeah, James Gunn is now the head of DC, and I feel like he's lost some of his like storytelling ability,
Yeah.
by which I think he's trying to make everything like too relatable or something like
Yeah,
like
definitely.
too much of a story.
Or too like poignant what is going on like the real world or stuff like that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because I really liked the Guardians movies,
Mhm.
but Guardians 3 was a rough watch.
Yeah,
Like,
it was.
it was too like
sappy.
too sappy, too serious, too like it was like
Didn't stand to see Rocket dying though. No.
he-
Luckily he didn't, but
yeah. I was like, wait, what? The just the like concept of being like two funny movies, building to some more drama
Yeah, like the
type
lighthearted
stuff,
action.
but then like 3 just being all drama. Like, yeah, you got some laughs, but
yeah.
it's really far in between, and it's like like a
It was
really hard
imbalanced,
watch.
really, yeah.
And I feel like the same with like Supergirl, because of like the whole thing that like she doesn't want to actually be on Earth, so she's drunk the whole time or whatever. Like, because that's at least the vibe I'm getting
Yeah.
from the
Yeah.
ending.
Oh,
I have seen
was it on the trailer
Superman.
or something?
I just didn't see it
Ah.
in theaters, but you know the ending credit of her showing up
Oh.
in, the end credit in Superman. That's,
That's
like
right.
the vibe or
That's
whatever.
what's going on. Yeah.
You know, maybe it's a redemption arc or whatever, but
Seems
maybe I'm
pretty-
over the
yeah, it's
redemption
like-
arc.
Yeah,
Just kinda
there's too-
typical.
It's too often, too common.
Just
Just
feels
get
like
me back to my
yeah.
you're a superhero vibe.
Yeah.
I guess similar to that. Do you know what they're planning to do with that Spider-Man movie? Because that was on the agenda. Do you know what, like, I guess you could get from the trailer story-wise? What they're trying to go for?
I have no clue. I know it's gonna be a really sad movie,
Yeah.
like because of all the stuff it's based off of. So like the comic book era run that Spider-Man is based off of
Yeah.
is like the like lowest points in Peter's
Oh, okay.
life. Like he's alone. It's after it's the same era that we're in
Yeah.
in the MCU. It's after he revealed himself and then it
Oh,
got taken
yeah.
away.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah.
But it's like in the comics, there's no more mutants. So like he's
Oh, yeah,
kind of got to realize, like he's got to bring back the mutants. That's like his ultimate goal. So I imagine somehow that's being related to this, because I think Sadie Sink's character in this is going to be revealed as
Oh yeah.
Jean Grey.
Yeah.
Frank
But yeah,
Castle.
Frank Castle. He's in it. I think Daredevil will be in it. They
Oh.
haven't showed him in the trailer, but he looks like he's going to be in it. It also, if you really analyze like this part of him evolving, I guess you could say, it looks like he might become Man Spider for
Yeah.
for a little bit of the movie.
Bruce Banner too.
I don't know if they'll do that, but yeah, it looks like so in the
Going
comic
through
book
puberty.
run, he goes to Connors, Dr. Connors,
Yeah.
from Spider-Man lore
Lizard.
to figure out what's happening to him when he turns into Man Spider. In this, it seems like he's going to Banner. They replaced Dr. Connors with Bruce for whatever reason.
I feel like that's probably because what they
But
did
we get Michael
with,
Mando back.
Oh, probably because of what they did with was it Far From Home or No Way Home when the Sandman and Lizard and all them came back. It's probably because what they did with that, they were probably like, well, we can't really use Connors, maybe. I don't know.
I mean, yeah, with the Lizard being Dr. Connors, they
Yeah.
might have wanted to like lean away from it. But it is interesting because technically it is a Sony film. Sony owns the right to all the Spider-Man
That's true.
people. They don't own the right to the Marvel side of things. Marvel
Yeah.
lets them use
Yeah.
like Bruce Banner, Frank Castle, Daredevil. They're like letting them because they produced the film as well. It's really
Oh,
weird on
yeah.
how that.
Oh, yeah, Marvel
Technically, it
Studios.
is a Sony film with Marvel like branding or whatever.
Yeah.
Mm.
That whole thing
so
is odd.
I'm really into the MCU. Like I really like it,
Yeah.
but it is starting to get like where are we going? Who's connected to what? Who's the Avengers? Like,
Yeah.
because like Thunderbolts revealed everybody as the new Avengers right at the end.
I never got
yeah,
around to
yeah,
watching
yeah,
that.
yeah.
And then there was also that one movie, the Doctor Strange one. That was just not good at all because the whole movie was just CGI.
Yeah, it wasn't the best CGI too, because the way they're doing CGI now, it's all about how long it takes rather than how good it looks.
Yeah.
And they're worried about the money and everything like that. But I don't know what you do with either
Both
of those.
Marvel and like the big Marvel Star Wars things are kind of running out of things and directions to go.
Yeah, that's why I feel like Star Wars is going to like, Maul and they did the Kenobi.
Yeah.
And then now they're doing Mandalorian and Grogu, but they probably had to like backpedal and like not just start making a bunch of new stuff.
Well, they
The
also
stuff
I saw
liking.
someone probably just bogus, but they're talking about like people want to get rid of the sequels and then redo everything.
So that
I don't know. I don't know
like
if that
a
was
big
real.
rumor.
Okay.
I haven't
Because I
I've
saw it on
seen
Twitter.
too.
I was like, "Is that?" But I saw they
I
wanted
don't
to
know
redo
if it's
it
real
all.
or not. You always get these kind of rumors when like directors and stuff shift around. So the head of Lucasfilm was Kathleen Kennedy.
Yeah.
She announced she was stepping down. She's still somewhat in charge of something. I don't remember what, but she was stepping down as the head of creative for Lucasfilm. And Dave Filoni was stepping into the head of creative. Technically, it happened about a year ago when she announced it and when they announced him stepping in, but technically just took over in January of this year. So, like, major changes might not be coming till later. But also with, like, Mandalorian and Grogu, that was Filoni and Favreau. Favreau has said that Mandalorian and Grogu is not answering season 3 questions, which is interesting.
It looked. I can't even with that. That movie is. I want to see. I'm gonna see it because I'm seeing it on Sunday. But like, it's not what I was kind of hoping it would be. But like, I don't know what I was hoping it to be. But it kind of just looks like a long episode, and they're just gonna.
It does kind of look like a long episode rather than like a
story or something like that.
Yeah.
That will help you with Star Wars stuff. But it kind of just. I mean, I'm still gonna sit there and watch it because that's how it goes. But
I'm be there on Saturday watching it. I'm not going Thursday like I typically do because I'm busy Thursday night, but be there Saturday to see this. It's not received well online currently. If you look at the Rotten Tomatoes, which whether that's a good score or not, sometimes Rotten Tomatoes is really harsh on movies that it shouldn't be. It only has like a 55% rating on Rotten Tomatoes. And then, you can always tell when stuff is going to do well or not do well is of like how the PR goes.
Yeah.
It kind of feels like damage control to a bit.
Yeah.
The way like Disney's putting it out there and stuff like that. Like I said, Favreau went on some talk show or whatever, said it's not picking up where season 3 left off. That will be explained in a 4th season. If they get to a 4th season.
If they get to just stick to shows. Can we just stick to shows?
This is just a fun story that will involve some Disney fan or some Star Wars fans, but also some non-Star Wars fans or whatever, like casual fans, I guess.
Yeah, just to pick up on.
I don't know how I feel about that.
Just stick to shows. They just keep making the Star Wars shows like that Disney has made. Like there's not a lot of. Their bar is much higher than it is with the movies that they've made. Now, like Rogue One's good, and then Solo's okay, and then like Force Awakens was okay. The rest of them have kind of been horrible. But the shows are good. I don't know why they don't just stick with the shows. They go out here and the movies are cool, and I know they probably make way more money if they hit than if like a TV show does, but they don't miss on the shows very often. Like the Mall show, that was great. and then I'm gonna have to go watch this, and I'm gonna be like, well,
Doesn't really compare.
yeah, it doesn't really compare. I'm just like, what am I doing? So
I've never had an opportunity because we've always kept it sports up to this point on the press box to say the biggest hot take. So I've had some bad hot takes for sports, whether you consider them bad or not. I don't, but the control room, maybe whoever's out here that's not you, consider that, and you might even say they were bad if you went back and watched all of my takes from sports. But here's the biggest Beals take ever. All right, Aiden, right, hit 3 for me, if you will. Biggest, I just want to make sure we got this for, like, if we want to do something on social media or something. Biggest Beals take is the best Star Wars.
Oof.
The best Star Wars. It may be 2. I might give it top 2, though.
I feel like you've told
Top
me this one
2
before.
Is The Last Jedi.
Oh yeah.
All
Yeah,
right,
I forgot.
Now go back to the 4. So we can hear from them.
I forgot you've told me this many. We've had this conversation
Insane.
many times. Many times.
Oh,
That is
No.
terrible.
that is really
That is.
terrible.
I think Last Jedi might be like the worst movie I've ever watched. I think that's like.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'd step that far, but
It was the first movie I ever watched in theaters and was like, wow, this sucks. Like, this is really bad. I was like 7 or 8, and I didn't really understand like what a bad movie was until I watched The Last Jedi.
So I've watched a lot of movies. I can't say it's one of the worst. Now I can say
Well,
there
yeah,
are
you just
bad
said it's one of the best.
story beats to it.
Yeah.
Like the stuff on I don't even remember the planet name, but basically the Vegas planet.
oh, the
betting
casino
planet.
Yeah.
The casino planet. That is bad.
Yeah.
The stuff with the encryptor or whatever, Benicio del Toro's character, he's bad. But the Ray and
I know what you're talking about.
Ray and
The guy who was the clone.
Dude, I haven't seen this movie in so long because I was gonna
Kylo.
watch it, but
the
I
Ray
just
and
didn't.
Kylo stuff.
Oh,
I couldn't
Kylo.
say Kylo. The Ray and Kylo stuff is one of the best in Star Wars. Like the I know it's
It looks good. Doesn't mean it's.
the problem. The problem is
On papers.
It's not even the
last.
best sequel.
Do
Like, even out of the 3, it's I think bottom 3 for the sequels.
Oh no. The worst Star Wars is guaranteed to be the Rise of Skywalker.
Yeah, that one's
I
horrible.
could argue that,
Wait,
but
Honestly, that one's worse than
is
The
the
Last
bottom
Jedi.
tier
It's way
one.
I'm
worse.
honestly terrible with the names. Which one was Rise of Skywalker?
That was the
last one.
last
Nine.
The latest
9.
one?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
The one where
that
they
was
had
bad.
space horses
Very.
riding on top of a ship.
And then cloned Palpatine and all
Yeah,
this.
yeah.
Dumb crap.
somehow Palpatine has returned.
That line is quite possibly one of the funniest lines.
Yeah, that somehow
He's
Palpatine has
Or
returned.
which one
real
is it?
bad.
Who's the ginger? That's the general in the thing that he's like, I'm the spy. I forget which movie that's in, but I can't remember what his name is. But he just
General Hux.
yeah, and he shoots the guys and he goes, "I'm the spy." That is quite possibly that's up there with one of the worst lines in Star Wars history. It just,
was They Fly Now in the 3rd or 2nd one?
That was the 3rd one.
yeah.
That one was
They
pretty
Fly Now.
bad.
That was Rise of Skywalker, I believe.
I just
It has a lot of memeable moments.
Oh, I know you're talking.
the whole
that's not
sequels
familiar.
just have memeable moments. And
Well,
they just
so
took the wrong
here's-
directions.
Here's the thing. The Force Awakens is just A New Hope redone, reskinned. It almost has the exact same story beats throughout the entire movie. There's almost no originality to it at all. J.J. Abrams claims he wanted to make an original film. He didn't. He
No.
watched the Chat GTP
Star Wars
A
story.
New Hope and just like, here, change it up a little bit or whatever. It got A Force Awakens. The Last Jedi is close to Empire in my opinion. Why I say it's the best is it doesn't have to be a Star Wars title to have a great story. And now I know if I'm saying part of the story sucks, it kind of contradicts my own opinion. But you make that hour 15 of all of the stuff, which is basically Rey and Kylo and Snoke. That movie is top tier in Star Wars because of the like Force things it can do, connects with a lot of the Clone Wars shows and Rebels and stuff. Connects all of the like Jedi stuff from the prequels together. Everything it makes it really cool. Rey is nobody. That's awesome to think about. That somebody the Force just balanced out. Like Kylo and Snoke were really powerful, so they're like, oh, let's just give a random girl that nobody knows about some big Force powers to bring balance or whatever. That works for me. And just all the action, especially that fight scene in Snoke's ship, is tremendous looking. I'm not usually one to like a movie just because it looks good. Like, if you ever saw Mad Max Fury Road, that story is terrible.
Yeah.
But good gracious, that is a beautiful looking movie. But I don't like it, even though it's just beautiful looking, because the story is so bad. But I really like the story of The Last Jedi outside of Finn and Rose and all that stuff.
You don't like Finn?
I don't really care for both. Why do I?
I would rather. I'm fine with Rey. I'm fine with Rey. I just feel like they could have done so much more with Finn because it's kind of cool that he was a stormtrooper and then goes to, because that's something new. Like Rey is like similar to Luke because obviously that's the same story. There's nothing wrong, but Finn would have been kind of cool because that's a stormtrooper.
Finn would have been awesome. If it was Finn that was the super powerful being and that's why he awoke, even better. But they chose not to do that. They chose to give it.
This is my thing. The whole sequel
Rey,
thing is just missteps of missteps and just like things that are like.
So in that's another thing of J.J. Abrams claims he wrote 8, and then when they said, "Hey, we're not going to have you direct it," he was like, "Oh, Ryan can write his own thing." Rian Johnson wrote a Rian Johnson film. I mean, go watch Knives Out. It's the very similar type stories. It's always twists and turns and whatnot. But obviously he had to keep the story beats that J.J. Abrams wrote from 7 going to a point. So Rey's the Force user. Finn's just a stormtrooper that wants to run or whatever.
Yeah.
Poe's a possible Force user. I kind of think they hinted at it more in 8 and then completely dropped it in 9 when they went back to whoever, J.J. Abrams in 9, because they panicked with the negative reception to The Last Jedi. And in 9, The Rise of Skywalker, he just tried to make fan service or something. I don't know what he was trying to do, and they just messed up the entire thing because they dropped so many storylines where they're like, Rey found out she's nobody. No, actually, she's Palpatine's daughter.
Yeah.
I don't like Kylo.
Why?
I just don't like Kylo becoming good at the end too. I don't like that because his story of being Solo's kid and then.
Which is why he's awesome.
Luke, and then Luke trying to seeing his bad, future and trying to kill him.
Awesome in the Last Jedi.
And then they turn him to be
because it's like, oh, he's gonna be good, and then it's like, oh no, he's even worse.
Yeah.
He wants to be the most powerful. It's almost like a Maul type wanting of power. The way he kills Snoke, and it's not out of goodness; it's out of wanting to be the next, and that goes right along with, I'm really into Star Wars lore. Yeah. The Sith reason, there's always 2 Sith, and one always betrays the next. So, if you track it from all those things we know of, connected right now stuff that is, quote, canon for Star Wars. Palpatine killed Plagueis, or Sidious killed Plagueis. Yeah. Then Maul tried to kill
Palpatine, but
Sidious Sidious kind of tried to kill him too in Clone Wars to get to make sure they didn't have it. Dooku's there because also way back in the day, George Lucas didn't have the gall to do what he originally wanted of making Jar Jar, Jar Jar because I do think there was not supposed to be Dooku there. It was supposed to be Jar Jar the whole time.
I would have liked it.
And then, then you, so you have, he gets the new apprentice in Dooku. Dooku might betray him in Clone Wars era. So he kills him via some Jedis and whatnot. And then he takes on the new apprentice of
Shout out Anakin.
Anakin. Anakin kills him, technically as Vader. Then Anakin wants an apprentice and Luke to help him kill Palpatine. He ended up, kind of doing that, kind of not. And then they could have gone to Anakin. He brought balance to the Force, and then the balance was unset because now he's good. They needed an ultra big bad and bring back, I don't know, Maul. That was originally Lucas's idea way back
would have been so
when
much
he made
cooler.
the prequels. Of the big bad of the sequels would have been Maul, but they did Snoke. It would have been really cool that it would have been what was the rumor of Snoke as Plagueis. Like somehow Plagueis survived because he's the one that taught Sidious how to create and not die from life and everything with the Force.
Yeah.
And the whole scar would have been really cool if Snoke, I've been going by this name of Snoke, but I'm just Plagueis. That would have been cool, but they just chose the lamest timeline of
they picked the worst
Sidious
out of the five.
time. I don't know.
The Darth Maul and Darth Talon stuff would have been cool because that's what they're doing in the Darth Maul thing with the Darth Maul show. If you watch that, right? I'm not trying to throw anything.
Yeah, the character on there might become Darth Talon, which would be really cool.
I hope.
I don't know if they would call her Darth Talon, though, because it wouldn't really make sense.
Yeah.
But it could be instead of it Darth, just because of the Sith thing, it's Darth because he's Darth Maul.
Yeah.
So that she's honoring her master or whatever. But it'll be interesting because I think we're going to get a second season of that.
Yeah, because they've already They already said they're working on it and all this stuff. Yeah.
I think they've already teased that it's
They
gonna
apparently
be,
just already knew it was going to be good, so they just started knocking it out.
It
I
was
guess
really good.
it was
a little slow
much
at
better
first.
than I thought it was going to be. Honestly.
Yeah. I didn't have much hope for it after Tales of the Underworld.
Oh yeah.
If you watch that, the Bounty Hunter show.
Yeah.
I really like Tales of Jedi. Really like Tales of the Sith. Those were really good shows. They're really quick, really fast. Like 6 episodes that 15 minutes a piece. It's like, psh, you watch this an hour and a half. Let's just some Star Wars. Yeah, let's go. But after the Tales of the Underworld was like, do I care if Cad Bane's a good guy or bad guy? It didn't really change my vision of him. And it's like, whatever. I didn't have much hope for Maul, but I was like, ooh, Sam Witwer's playing Maul. I definitely want to watch it.
Definitely.
And it made me super excited. I really like what they did with his lightsaber and his acting too, because Sam Witwer did a lot of the motion capture, stuff like that.
The scenes were just
because he's nuts.
Beautiful.
But also, if you have watched it or anything and watched some of the behind-the-scenes stuff,
I've seen some of the behind-the-scenes.
The fact that Maul's saber, when he
It's his
ignites
voice.
it, is him yelling. It's like, oh, that's cool.
They blend it perfectly to where it's doesn't just sound like him straight up screaming. It sounds mixed up.
It's modulated and everything. Yeah, it looks awesome. But I really dig Maul. So Mandalorian Grogu doesn't look like
what I want it to be.
But it looks fun.
Yeah. It looks like a good movie to sit down and watch. It's just not like what I think diehard Star Wars fans were looking for. But it's still going to be a good movie to sit there
I think it'll be
and watch.
A fun summer blockbuster, but it's more like an Ant-Man in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, where it's like, does this movie really matter, or is it just fun?
It's just fun,
Ant-Man does it really do anything for the MCU other than give us the other dimension? That's all it really gave us.
Yeah, and then it had the appearance of MODOK. That was kind of cool. But
that's about.
I wasn't really expecting MODOK to be in a movie anytime soon, but to see that was kind of cool. But that's really my biggest takeaway from the movie.
Yeah.
They gave us Goliath too. I mean, technically, with Lawrence Fishburne's character or whatever. But that the best parts of those movies is Luis.
Yeah.
And like I still want the I don't know how y'all feel about this. I want a 30-minute like Disney Plus feature thing where it's just Luis
His life.
recapping not his life.
Like over,
Just
like,
recapping the whole MCU.
Oh,
him going over
Dude, yeah, just have him be like, and there was this dude named Tony who was out in the desert. And he was
Yeah,
like,
that-
"What up?"
I love his character.
Yeah, that would be great, especially since the actor who plays him can do such serious roles.
Yeah.
Like,
I've seen.
He is great in serious.
I've seen him in tons of serious stuff. I just never think of anything because
He was really good. Like one of his first big Hollywood movies is Shooter, a Mark Wahlberg film. If you've seen
heard of it.
He's really good in that as like a serious character. Also, if you watched Jack Ryan on Amazon,
I meant to, I think, at some point.
is it Amazon Plus?
it's Amazon Prime. Yeah.
Amazon just Prime.
Yeah.
Yeah, on their service, if you watch the 4th season of Jack Ryan, he's the bad guy, technically, kind of.
Interesting.
Like he's not, but he is. He's like a cartel member, and he's really serious. Like one of the first scenes you see is him chopping off a dude's hands to
Oh.
give as proof of death or whatnot, and it's like, whoa, it's not Luis at all
Yeah.
compared to
two
like
characters.
that, because he was also in I think Let's Be Cops and was really funny in that.
I've
Like
heard of that movie.
he can do some really funny things, but some super serious things too, which is
Yeah.
real interesting.
If we want to switch over a little bit back to, and it's still superhero movies. Well, not superhero, but of that vein, DC, Clayface. Are you guys looking forward to that movie at all?
I'm not super sold on these villain movies.
It's understandable. Like the Joker 2 was.
I was
wasn't
kind of
it?
into the Joker first, but
Oh, yeah. I love
what is
Joker 1.
Clayface supposed to be?
So.
I know
a man
what
of clay,
I know what
yeah.
Clayface is from the
Yeah.
animation, Beyond Batman and things
yeah.
like that. But what do we like? What is his character going to be like? The good guy of the movie? Like what?
I
What are we doing
hope
with it?
not. I really hope not. I know it's supposed to go under the not aspect, but go under like the category of body horror. So kind of like The Substance or not Walrus, Tusk, I guess, of that vein. But I don't really know. I don't know anything about Clayface's background, but I'm pretty sure it is going to be a mainly background movie, going over his past. So like Joker, I guess probably not going to be anywhere near as good. But I mean, I love the Clayface character. I think he's pretty cool. But I have heard comparisons of like, this Man Thing and the Swamp Thing. One's DC, one's Marvel. Some people say Clayface is like Sandman, or I think there's another character that kind of is similar to that from Marvel. But I mean, my first impression of Clayface was from the Arkham games when you fight Joker, but then it's actually Clayface, and then all that stuff. So I think it's gonna be really cool. I've been wanting Clayface to have an appearance in a movie, just because I wanted to see what they would do with him. But I can definitely understand not really being big on just another villain movie.
Well, see, like if he was like revealed as the big bad of say Batman 2,
Yeah, that would be cool.
that'd be really cool. I would
think
be
they're
really
planning
on
to do Mr.
board.
Freeze, though. I've heard stuff about Mr. Freeze.
I've heard it's like all of the like I don't know what to call it for Batman, but if it was like Spider-Man, the Sinister Six.
Oh, so
it'll be like
Mr. Freeze, Penguin, Riddler, Joker,
yeah, all that.
Catwoman.
Yeah.
I feel like there's another one, but I can't really think of
So
it.
like just yeah.
But yeah, the big ones.
But the big ones that like almost the Tim Burton era Batman.
Yeah, I would like to see a Ra's al
films
Ghul
cover.
appearance again.
Yeah.
Because last Ra's al Ghul in Batman was Liam Neeson playing him, but he was he did Ra's al Ghul did teach Batman and all that stuff in the early days. But I would like to see the Lazarus Pit.
Like the supernatural
Yeah,
part of
where-
it, not the
like in Arkham,
down to earth. Yeah.
when you go into like that whole realm and like that's my favorite part of the Arkham games, honestly. So I would like to see that, or maybe a appearance of Solomon Grundy. That would be cool. I like when they do the deeper cuts of, because there were some in the Batman that I can't remember that I was like, I wasn't expecting that person to be there, because there was Riddler, there was Penguin, there was Catwoman. I feel like was there another villain in the Batman? Can't remember.
Technically, you had Falcone.
Yeah.
Like
Falcone.
Falcone's always there to drive things, but only in a deleted scene did we get the Joker.
Yeah, that's right.
That era Joker.
Oh yeah, I
whatever.
forgot they're gonna probably do Joker.
So they'll probably do that.
I will say, from what I saw from that like deleted scene, I think the Joker looked kind of cool. Obviously, it's better than Jared Leto.
It's a really different take from like even Jack Nicholson,
Yeah.
where it's just like, oh, I'm wearing paint and I'm a clown.
Yeah.
Or like
This one
Dark
actually has a
Knight,
screw-up
where it's
face
like,
and all that
you
stuff.
know, scars a little bit, but he was like completely deformed
Yeah, his
kind
face
of
was just
vibe.
mangled.
Yeah.
I mean, Hush could be a cool appearance. I don't know. I'm just kind of going off of
I
ones that I would love
would
to
dig
see.
a Hush, like, and what's the group he leads? Like the underground ninjas kind of thing.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
I can't think of what it was, but
I heard some people saying
that'd be really
that Court of Owls might make an
that's
appearance.
what I'm talking. Oh yeah, Court of Owls.
I'm not sure if he runs that.
Wasn't Hush like the leader? No, am I getting that wrong?
No, I think you are getting that wrong, because I don't
Mixing
think they
two
have
things together?
I don't think they have like a known leader. I think they have like probably a person that's the leader, but like nobody knows who it is.
Got it. Okay.
Yeah.
Because maybe it's that they revealed Hush as the leader, but he wasn't actually the leader.
Yeah.
And it like some people think they'll reveal it as like old man Bruce Wayne is the
Yeah.
leader, stuff like that. Maybe that's what I'm thinking of. But that would be really cool if they did that.
Yeah. Did they
you
ever
know.
confirm the Batman too? I can't remember.
Yeah, it's in production right now.
Oh, okay. I saw shooting scenes.
They released some pictures from like filming, and it looks like Mr. Freeze will be in it because
okay.
it's snowing.
Did you see? Okay, I was about to say, did you see the actor, but probably not.
They haven't said who's playing anything, but
I don't.
Yeah,
I can only think of one person, because I don't really know actors that well. A lot of people have been like begging DC to do the guy who played Gus Fring from Breaking Bad for him to do Mr. Freeze. You know, he doesn't look the same as in the comics, but his voice and the way he acts, especially the Gus Fring character, would fit really well. Gustavo Gus Fring. But you know, he's like a driven, he has one goal type of deal, just like with Mr. Freeze. I think that would be a great casting.
he'd be a great villain. I don't know if he'd
he
be
would.
a great Mr. Freeze.
I think yeah.
But yeah, he would be a great villain. I mean, you don't have to make him look like
Very
Arnold
true.
Schwarzenegger. You
Yeah,
just put
no. Oh no,
you just
I
put
hope
whatever
not. No.
like bodysuit on him. It doesn't matter.
I forgot that he was Mr. Freeze at one point.
Cold as ice.
That movie it's entertaining. But
It is most certainly
it's
entertaining.
interesting.
Just like we were talking about the Rise of Skywalker being memeable. That's a memeable movie right now. Like
Oh yeah.
or right there.
Very. Jim Carrey.
Jim Carrey, of course, memeable. The appearance of the Bat card, which is like the credit card, but
Yeah.
Batman from George Clooney. That's hilarious.
Was that the one where the bat suit had the nipples?
Yes.
Right? And I know
Yes.
Val Kilmer's as well. That was
Yeah.
an interesting addition.
It was the one with the NCIS Los Angeles guy as Robin.
Oh, yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That one.
Yeah. I mean, I enjoyed that movie just because, cool Batman movie, but definitely not my favorite. Favorites would be the George Clooney ones. Oh wait, like in the actor wrong? No, I'm not. No, that is George Clooney. No,
George Clooney's that
no.
one. So you had the three Tim Burton movies. You had Michael Keaton, the first one.
Yeah.
Then Val Kilmer was the second one.
I thought
Or technically
Michael Keaton did 2 movies.
three.
Right? I thought.
Yeah. Michael Keaton did 2 movies.
Yeah, those 2.
Then
are my
Val
favorites.
Kilmer did 1, and then Batman and Forever is the memeable one with Iceman and
the one with everybody knows him. The Dark Knight. The
Christian Bale.
Those are great, and he did a great job acting it. Not so much the voice, in my opinion. Those movies were really good, but the Michael Keaton ones will always have my heart just because Tim
I
Burton did a
think
great job with those.
the Michael Keaton ones still are grounded enough to be like, oh, it could be real,
Yeah.
but have the goofy like,
Yeah.
Poison Ivy could come alive, or
Yeah.
the comic book type movie. Christian Bale's Batman. I love The Dark Knight. I think The Dark Knight's one of the best movies ever.
Oh yeah.
But you can't have anybody that's not the Joker in that like universe.
Yeah.
Like even Bane doesn't work as like a villain. I mean, he just has a mask.
Yeah, I wasn't that big on
because
what's his name playing Bane?
Um,
British guy.
yeah.
I wasn't big on that Bane. I mean, now I will say they did a better job with him being like smart
Tom
and
Hardy.
having Tom Hardy. They did a better job with him, because Bane is smart. He's a big unit, but he's also extremely intelligent. But with the George Clooney movies, they had that big bodybuilder playing Bane, which looked amazing for that. But they had Bane as just some muscle,
Right.
Just
I
throwing
think
people.
if you combine the characters, it would have been good. Because
yeah.
like the whole thing is that the reason he's big and muscular is that he's taking the toxin to
Yeah.
make him
And he
muscular. He
figured
was
out how to-
smart. He figured out how to do it to make himself like big and bad and everything.
Exactly.
And in The Dark Knight Rises, you couldn't have him do like the toxin because if you did toxin, you'd be like, this doesn't fit in this movie.
Yeah.
Like this is New York or Chicago or Pittsburgh or whatever. That doesn't work.
Yeah.
He's just a guy that has like a mask on so he can breathe better. Who,
Exactly.
Still a good movie, but The Dark Knight Rises definitely is not near The Dark Knight in terms of like quality or anything like that.
No.
And the ending is real bad of that one.
That's the one where it was like the training arc, right? Or Dark Knight Rises.
The Dark Knight Rises is the one where it's the bomb over
Two-Face?
Two-Face he's there.
Oh, yeah.
It kind of. But, I mean, he
Oh.
dies in Dark Knight.
Yeah.
But
that's
Dark
right.
Knight Rises, it's where Talia al Ghul wants to get the bomb to blow up in Gotham, though she's also in Gotham. So it's like, why would you want it to blow up?
Yeah.
And then her death scene, even the actress has said it's one of the worst deaths forever because she said she was uncomfortable the way they filmed it and the way they she was positioned. So when she died, she just, like you would if you're like playing dead with your kids or your significant other or something like that. And it's like, this is laughable, for the rest of the
Did not
movie
sell at
being
all, yeah.
really good. But yeah, going back to Clayface, I don't quite get Sony tried it with what's the Jared Leto vampire one?
Oh, Morbius.
Sony tried it with Morbius and stuff like that. I don't like turning a villain, or they tried it with Rhino. No, Rhino. What was it was the Russian hunter. He's the main.
Oh, Craven.
Craven.
That movie was pretty good.
Yeah,
I like Craven.
Craven the Hunter's cool. Did you
Yeah.
see the movie? Was it
Yeah.
good?
Not too bad.
Not too bad. I haven't seen the movie, but I know it
I also don't
flopped
know
hard
his-
at the box office.
Yeah, I don't know his origin story enough to be like, oh no, they did a terrible job with this. But
Right.
entertaining movie, I will
Okay.
say. So there was that.
Take that. Why not? But I don't get if you make the villain like the main character, how do you make a protagonist and an antagonist kind of thing?
Where do you get the conflict from?
You're
with
right.
that? They got his conflict in Craven from I think it was God, I can't remember. I know there was he'd go after poachers and stuff like that because nature. He's lived in the safari at one point. I think it was something to do. He was in a Russian prison and they had, I don't know, gang business. I think that's what it was. It was something of that vein. And then for Joker, his biggest problem was society, all that stuff. The people of New York and all that stuff, or was it New York or was it? Where were they at?
It was Gotham, but
Oh yeah.
not.
I don't know why I said yeah.
They didn't
They
say
implied it.
Gotham.
They
That
were
was the problem.
It
They
was
just
where Joker's from, but
Yeah.
can't say where.
they were like, hey, look, it looks like New York.
Yeah.
It acts like New York.
Acts like New That's where I was getting it from.
But
It
it's
acts
Gotham,
like New
and it's
York.
like, wait, what? I know we call New York the Gotham City kind of thing, and you watch any sports involving the Yankees or the Mets. Sometimes they reference that
Yeah.
it's Gotham or whatever, but it's not Gotham.
No.
Yeah.
and that was the thing about Joker is like, hey, look, he's on Broad Street or Broadway or like Wall Street. It's like
He's on New York?
no, he's not. He's
No.
on Wayne Street. And
Wayne
it's like,
Street. Yeah.
what?
No, I mean,
Doesn't really work.
I would be surprised if Clayface was on par with Joker or at least a good villain movie, but I don't have huge high hopes. But
Maybe it'll be really good. Maybe
Yeah.
because it is leaning into the horror side of it.
yeah,
a lot.
That's why obviously I'm in.
It's the reason we couldn't put it up here because the only trailer out
Is a bit
is
risky.
Red Band trailer.
Oh.
Like, it's rated R on the trailer. Even like it's hard to watch.
I've seen bits and pieces of the trailer. I didn't mean to get around to watching the full thing.
Yeah, it's an interesting trailer. They don't show you too much. Like, it is a pretty good teaser at the moment. Unlike some of the trailers where you're like, oh, I know the whole movie. Like, almost in the Spider-Man movie,
Yeah.
I feel like I almost know everything that's going to happen.
Yeah, that's why I don't watch trailers. Like, if it's something I really care about, I don't watch trailers.
Trailers are supposed to, be like, go see the movie. Here's hyped up.
Yeah.
But, recently, trailers have been like, here's
the
movie.
story.
I'll only watch, yeah, I'll only
Here's
watch
everything you want to
trailers.
know.
I'll only watch trailers if it's like, this movie, doesn't seem worth watching. But if the trailer looks really good, I'm like, okay, I'll see it.
Yeah.
Or something like that. But
Yeah, that's the only
I
time.
generally try not
If it's
to.
something I care about, I won't. Like, I wasn't going to watch the Mando trailer until I heard that it wasn't really a Mando movie. And then I just sat and watched it because I was just like, well,
I love, I could, watch movie trailers, all day if,
Yeah.
I turn it on and bunch
Just
of movie
sit there
trailers
all
just
day?
I could sit there all day and watch them. I love movie trailers. Even C-level movie trailers. I'm like,
Yeah.
oh, or D-level. I don't know who you are. It might be in Russian.
Yeah.
I'll watch this. This looks awesome or whatever. It's I really like movie trailers. The quick storytelling of it, because I've listened to stuff from Marvel movie trailer editors, and they always say they have to tease but not give away too much.
But they have to really entice you.
But with certain movies, they did have to over tease or over tell too much to be you have to see this kind of thing, because they knew the audience wasn't as interested in it. And they're that's why certain movies have 2 trailers, and other movies have 15, because Doomsday. Here's a great example. They put out those 3 story trailers. It's the X-Men one, real quick. Then the Captain America thing. They're all a minute, and then Thor, where it's okay, this feels like new footage, but it feels like old footage all at the same time, kind of thing. And they're kind of talking to some off-known figure. It could be Doom. It could be somebody else they're just talking to, but you're just getting dialogue that could or could not be in the movie. Who knows? It could just be in the trailer. But they haven't put out a Doomsday trailer, and it comes out the same day as Dune Part 3. And Dune Part 3 already has 2 trailers.
Yeah.
2 long 2-minute trailers. So I don't know what they're doing with Doomsday, where they're holding it back for the trailer. And I think it's because everybody's so hyped for it that they're we could go another week. We could go another week. Go a month. We don't have to put it out. Everybody just keeps talking about it because the Marvel just has literally a countdown to Doomsday clock on their YouTube page that you could pull up right this second. It's ticking away.
Yeah. When is that supposed to come out again?
It's the same day as Dune 3, which is December 17th.
Oh, okay.
Why I know that date, I don't know, but I think it's because I've watched too many things about that day or whatever.
I'm semi-excited for Doomsday. I mean, the Robert Downey Jr., a little interesting for that, but it's also alternate universe, all that stuff.
I think I'm more anticipating Secret Wars than Doomsday.
Yeah.
I want Doomsday to come out so bad and see it, because I want to see how they're getting to Secret Wars. Because Secret Wars is one of the best comics that I've ever read or anything like that, because it resets the whole timeline of you have 1,500 different Spider-Men.
Yeah.
But you come down and it turns out to be just Miles Morales is the sole Spider-Man kind of thing. So Battle World is like the part of Secret Wars that like bring it on.
Yeah.
That's like, how do we get there? So I need like Doomsday to answer the questions for that, but it doesn't really like affect it too much. But yeah. So
Yeah, I don't think there was any others on the list that we were talking about.
I think the only other one on the list that we might have talked about for like summer, because we kind of stopped at like summer since we come back to school in August, is Coyote versus Acme. Which who's excited for that one?
This sounds
Selkie?
interesting.
No?
I'd watch it. It seems cool.
No.
I'm totally into it because I loved Looney Tunes Back in Action.
Yeah.
Like that is like classic. It's funny. It's not a good movie, but it's awesome. It's Brendan Fraser at his like peak mumminess.
Oh yeah.
Of like I am just having fun with a movie. And this Coyote versus Acme seems like the same thing. I mean, Warner Brothers filmed it so long ago that like half the actors in it are going to look 10 years younger because they shelved it. But like, you know, Cena's like a bad guy in it. And I'm totally down for that. Will Fornett is really funny in the stuff he does. So I really like Looney Tunes stuff too. I don't know. I've always been down for the Looney Tunes.
Yeah. Small backpedal to the back rooms. Actually, there's one thing I did want to mention. Something about like, I was reading a little bit about it because I was really looking forward to it. With the whole set, you know, it's supposed to be like the big maze, how you know you get lost and all that stuff. Apparently, they were saying how like the actors themselves were getting lost on set because they were making like. Basically, what I'm trying to get at is they were making a bunch of practical sets, and I'm all for practical effects and things like that. So that was really an interesting part of it, and that's why I am looking forward to it, because it does sound like they put a lot of effort into it. Because, you know, movies have been made after stuff from YouTube or, like, kind of more niche stuff. Obviously not unpopular. Five Nights at Freddy's, that got turned into a movie. You know, nobody really expected a Minecraft movie. It was always like a joke, a Minecraft movie, and then it got made. Minecraft movie wasn't great. It was entertaining. It was funny. Five Nights at Freddy's movie, first one decent, second one abysmal in my opinion. It was I did not like. Did you see the second one?
I did not waste. Did not waste.
No, it's terrible. Time. It got into the whole like they just, you know, I'm not a huge nerd about Five Nights at Freddy's, but they just did it so wrong. It didn't seem right.
I didn't see like the movie because like the concept of the video game is awesome because you're stuck in a box.
Yeah.
And you have to like use the cameras to hoard off the creatures or whatever you want to call them.
Yeah.
And they're trying to come get you at the same time, possibly, or anything like that's like really cool concept. How do you make that into a movie except for like, you know, there's a possibility you could do like a one set kind of thing, which would be kind of cool.
Yeah.
But not often do movies do that.
Yeah,
especially
I really wish that the Five Nights at Freddy's movie had gone more towards like the actual, or like somebody was saying who's like actually like really in love with Five Nights at Freddy's, was somebody was like, oh, they went actually off of book lore instead of internet, like what people made or something like that. I was like, yeah, that makes sense. I mean, I think it was like a little bit more PG that way as well, but they just didn't seem that right, and they had a lot of potential because the games were great, and you know some of like the exterior lore that came with those games would make a good story, but it seemed very odd how the way they decided to do it. I'm trying to think of an example because like the second movie just did not stick with me, aside from it just being bad.
Sure.
But yeah. Backroom's really looking forward to, hoping that gets a better rep than similar instances of people doing stuff like that.
Sure, I dig it. I'm not really into like horror movies. I'm more into like psychological kind of things.
I mean, this one I would assume would be more psychological thriller.
It seems like it.
Yeah, I mean, but I know there's like
I probably should look into it more.
Yeah.
But like I'm like old Hitchcock style, like you know that kind of like Vertigo, Rear Window.
Oh, I've heard Vertigo.
Those
yeah.
kind of things. Like those are my kind of horror movies. The like jump out scare with like loud music and like right up in your face. That not really my vibe.
I'm out
Yeah,
on all of it.
definitely.
Just all of it. I'm good. I'm just out on all of it. Just gonna keep it real.
Yeah. Well, we got about 30 minutes left or so. We talked a good portion of movies. I guess Lucas, if you wanted to like step out, you're more than welcome. Or you can sit there and stay and just listen to us talk sports. But and maybe Alex will come out. He's hanging on the doorway. He wants to talk a little sports. We'll talk a little MLB action. We got some NHL action we could talk about coming up tonight. But welcome, Alex.
Hello.
Little look at the standings for the MLB. Your Cardinals doing well
Look
over
at
there.
that. That's just
Mr.
beautiful to
Selke.
see. That's just beautiful.
The wild card 2 spot. We talked about this last time. What do you think about the wild card 3? You a fan of it? Not a fan of it?
I'm okay with it because at least it moves it to like 3-game series instead of what they did with like the 1-game like thing they did with the 2. But I don't know. It takes away a lot of the playoff races. I feel like going into that you would think, oh, let's add more teams, we'll have more races, but it kind of eliminates that because like I instantly think back to like, this is weird, but I was watching a 2011 video of the Cardinals and like the whole race of that kind of thing, even with the Rays and all that kind of stuff because they were on the opposite side in the AL. If you add the 2 teams, because they only had 1 team in 2011, but if you had those 2 teams, there's no race, there's no nothing, and then you go to 3 teams and then you're getting like races for. I mean, look at the Rangers. They're 2 games under 500. They hold a playoff spot. I mean, what are we racing for? Be mid? I mean, like that's just not entertaining to me. But like at least those teams are good so far. So I guess I'm like kind of okay with it if it stays like good. But if you're giving a 3rd wild card spot to a team that's like 500, I'm just like, okay.
That's my thing about it. Is like, why are we giving teams that are 500 a playoff spot?
Yeah, and
like,
how?
The wild card, in my opinion, was kind of invented for teams that didn't win the division because maybe injuries or something like that. Something went wrong in the middle of the season.
Yeah.
They figured it out. They got into the playoffs. They can go win, i.e. 2011 Cardinals kind
Shout
of
out.
thing. Even though I hate when you send me that.
I watched a whole hour-and-a-half video on that team the other day, and I've seen so many things, but I had to again. It's just great. But no, and how often do you see 3rd wild card teams even like? I mean, I guess like I think the Diamondbacks when they played the Rangers in 2023, they were they a 3rd wild card team?
I think so, yeah, because
Or
they
only a second.
no, they were 3rd because they had to face Brewers, who were the 3 seed, and then they swept them.
Yeah,
they swept the Dodgers, and then they took Philly to 7, won that series.
That's another thing.
Such an insane playoff run.
Yeah, you'd be the 3rd wild card team. You get to face the NL Central, which this year it looks rough, but the past couple years it's just like, oh wow, you get the barely over 500 Brewers or barely over 500 Cardinals. That's what it is. Because we lost to the Phillies in that 3rd spot. The Brewers, I think, lost like back-to-back playoff series until they finally beat some team last year, and then they got swept by the Dodgers. So, but there's a lot of little things because the parity in the MLB has a issue.
The parity has an issue because nobody can find good pitching outside certain teams that are paying all the money for all the pitching. We'll see what happens with the Dodgers and their
We'll see what happens in the
in
offseason.
bullpen issues.
Yeah.
I mean,
See what
It's hard for them to have pitching issues when you have 10 starting pitchers. It's pretty hard to be struggling for a rotation.
yeah.
Hey,
They
somebody
just-
can
they
go out and
find
sign
guys-
Trevor Bauer.
They find guys and they just like come out of nowhere and they're just good. Like the guy from Oklahoma State that I forget his name. It's like but he's just a guy on the Dodgers. He's like sub 3 ERA or some stupid thing like that.
Robleski?
Yeah, and I'm like just like where.
He's really weird because none of his stats make sense because he has like a sub 3 ERA. He doesn't strike guys out. He doesn't have a good contact ratio. He's just like weirdly lucky with how, but like at this point, it's like, okay, well, how much of it is luck and how much of it is skill? But none of his stats make sense, and it's just really odd.
It's the Dodgers' luck, is what. It's just you just find guys, but like, I get it's part of it. So
They have good scouting,
yeah,
and then they also just go and pay for the best
They go
people.
pay, and then their scouting is. I mean, people always talk about, and I hate the Dodgers. Don't get me wrong. Like, I don't think anybody really likes the Dodgers, but people always like they spend all this money, but they always are top 3, top 5 in farm systems and just having
they
good
can go
prospects turn out.
At the deadline,
times.
trade 3 or 4 of their top guys, and then
still
next year
have
they
a
have
top-
3 or 5 of the
yeah.
top guys again.
Yeah, their
don't know how
development
they do
stuff
it.
is just insane. So you can't hit on them too much, but yeah, they just have random guys come out of nowhere. But I don't know. It's weird. This season is honestly already more weird than I thought it was going to be. Well, that's mostly because the Cardinals just came out, and I thought we were going to lose
thought
100+ games. So,
I think I said that before the season started that they were going to be the worst team in the NL.
and I would have agreed with you. I would
Yeah.
have told you that's exactly what was going to happen. I think I told many people that. I was like, I'm just excited to watch some young guys play and hope we don't lose 100 games. But
Then Jordan Walker figured it out.
let me tell you, that is probably maybe the happiest person on earth. That because
Who hit the walk-off last night?
Avon Herrera.
Oh, yeah, and then he-
random guy.
He pointed
You
to
never heard
the tarps off section that started at Cardinals
The
Stadium.
camera panned to the
Yep.
Yeah.
tarps off section
dude,
afterwards.
it's great. It's great. I mean,
I'm
It's the most fun I've
really
had.
getting sick of this tarps off thing.
I will say I'm glad it's done after, like, last night was supposed to be the last night. I don't know if some random fans are, but that's the last night with the SFA club baseball team that, like, was going to go, that started it all.
I
But-
don't understand that part of it too. Why is the Stephen F. Austin club baseball team going to a Cardinals game and starting?
They had the national
shirts off
championships
section.
for club baseball was in Illinois, someplace in Illinois that's like close to St. Louis. So they went to Cardinal games and then they did that, and then it was some like betters. I saw even Cardinals beat writers were all over that, so I heard the whole story
Okay.
about. But hey, I mean, it makes it.
Who knew they
and-
had club baseball national championships?
Yeah, I mean, it makes it fun. I mean, this is the
I
thing
guess
with
it makes
baseball
it
is it's
fun.
like people get bored in the summer. The summer days are like, do these games really matter? And then
We're
it's
not
fun
even
to
there
just
yet.
turn it
Though.
on.
We're in May.
I know,
It's
but
getting close.
like you're getting to the the summer and like
The
these are
dog
the
days
things
of
that
summer.
gotta keep it alive. And I mean, like, it's fun. I mean, it's not gonna last forever. I hope it doesn't. But like to see, I mean, the Cardinals team just interact with that kind of stuff, and you can't think that, like, I mean, we played the Royals and then the Pirates, so I mean, we're not playing the most superior competition, but you can't think those teams coming in and then they see us players interacting with the fans and then that atmosphere, especially when Busch has been like a dead stadium the past few years.
yeah.
Which is
So-
surprising because it used to like sell out.
Regardless of
Yeah,
anything.
they could be good, they could be bad. It always sold out, but
Yeah.
now they're
Because
they
before
haven't
this
been.
year, there was no direction. I
Yeah,
think they were a
yeah.
good like 3-year period where they were stuck in like, okay, are they rebuilding or are they sticking
were-
with
they were
what
in
they
a-
have?
We were in a middle ground.
They
that
were in
was
a
like,
Yeah.
sell the team type mode for a bit,
Yeah.
like the fans, right?
well, I mean, it was just we needed new management. We don't. So I call him Mo, but it's John Mozeliak. But he ran the team forever. Obviously, he was part of World Series winning teams and all this stuff. But people want him gone because we were kind of stuck in between the ground of like the Goldschmidt Arenado days and like, okay, do we move on from both these guys? And we finally moved on from Goldschmidt, and then they were like, okay, I guess we'll give Arenado a shot, and we signed Sonny Gray and all this stuff, and we're staying in the loop of like signing these like 30-year-olds that are like kind of good but kind of not anymore. So they kind of moved on, and then all the fans just wanted something like what he was saying, just a clear direction on rebuilding or are we going out and we buying guys, and they finally decided, okay, let's rebuild and let's
so
play all these young guys. And this is our definition of a rebuild, which is 10 games over 500
like a
almost.
Patriots rebuild,
Yeah.
basically.
Yeah.
So the Rangers, what they are currently in my
Yeah.
opinion, of do we go all in on somebody
I
or do
feel
we build in the farm? What do
This
we
has
do?
to be the last year where they stay in that. 'Cause I think this is finally they're at the point where it's like, all right, it's not underperformance. These guys just cannot hit anymore. But they have Foscue is like someone that I think they spent the last like 6 years trying to develop, and now they're finally getting something out of him. So I think they're seeing a clear vision of which young guys to keep and who we're probably gonna let go of. Hopefully, but I don't know. I could see it at the trade deadline. They just get really overconfident and try to trade whatever farm system they have left for another Merrill Kelly, which
Yeah, well, the good news is this, that division is, and so they'll probably be in it. That's the thing, is like that division has no clear, like, wow.
yeah,
Yeah,
there's
I mean,
not
you
a-
get
I mean,
the
look at
A's
that. You got
leading-
500 record as your
Yeah.
leading division team over there.
It's
But
the AL worst again.
yeah,
yeah, well,
so,
I mean, yesterday it was a below 500 team leading it because they were at 23 and 24. So
yeah. So I mean, that's good, and I mean, I like some of their prospects are cool. I mean, the Rangers are kind of they're like in that. They're obviously what you said. They're in that Cardinal spot, but They got to probably tune up a little bit of their farm system. But the good thing with the Cardinals is that they're letting these young guys play and they're winning. They don't really have a veteran presence. It's like they don't have an old guy on their team. I mean, if you look at their team, their old guys are like 28-year-olds.
Yeah, Contreras maybe.
I mean, so it's just like, we're just young guys going out there and playing baseball, and somehow they're winning because, like, I mean, Dustin May, he's kind of older, and he was a new guy we grabbed, just
Not like he's
randomly
there
took a
very much.
flyer on him.
Yeah.
So, but like,
You took a flyer on him. You traded it for him from the Red Sox.
it's just like it's a flyer. It's just a flyer. It's just like, I mean, it's just so. But like outside of him, that pitching rotation's young. I mean,
I
the
always liked
offense is
Dustin May
young.
when he was.
He's just
in-
injury prone, and he just has
Yeah,
horrible
yeah,
command.
he was. He
I
was
mean,
injury
Out for
prone.
half a season due to eating salad.
Yeah, salad. I'm just like, I mean, are we
He-
serious?
He also in Double-A, he was out with thumb tightness. I think is what it was. He couldn't grip the ball like correctly because his thumb was too loose or something. I don't know. I guess the ligament in his thumb wasn't working
Yeah. Hey,
properly.
But he's got nasty stuff.
He
Let me
was
tell ya,
great
He is.
when he was in Double-A, and I watched
Yeah.
him.
If he has command,
down
he
at
is
Corpus.
probably one of the nastiest starting pitchers in the league. But the problem
yeah.
is he'll walk 5 guys in a row or
Yeah,
something random
that-
like that. So it's just
That
like,
is typically the issue with guys with nasty
yeah.
stuff.
Shout out
They-
Jordan Hicks. I mean,
they have like really nasty stuff that's swing and miss, but if guys don't swing and miss, they're walking tons of guys or whatever. But I've watched a lot of baseball, I feel like, this year more than I have in the past few years because I've been a touch less busy than I have been in the past few years, even though I am planning a wedding here. Maybe it's because I can plan a wedding and turn on a baseball game and like do it together.
Yeah.
But how is all the teams in the NL above 500? Like, surely beating each other every game
Yeah.
would make somebody 500 or below, but everybody over there is 10 games above 500.
Yeah, the entirety of the NL is like the only justification you could have for having that big of having a third wild card because it's like, well, how are you going to tell me a 29-20 team shouldn't make the playoff? I mean, that'll probably round out to being a 90-95 win team if all things go well. How are you going to say that's not a playoff team?
Sure.
If you just ignore the AL, then that it kind of makes sense. But then you look at the AL and it's like, okay, half those guys don't really deserve a playoff spot.
I think at some point in all sports, NBA, NHL, MLB, all sports, we need to do something of getting rid of the leagues. Like we need an East and a West, or a National and an American, or North South, whatever. We need that, but like our 16 playoff teams or whatever we choose shouldn't matter where you like come
Yeah.
from in the league. It should
You just want the top.
just top.
Yeah.
Because like in the NHL, like the fact that the East would like had a few teams
shout out Red Wings.
that totally would have been better than what
Kings.
the Pacific Division was doing. We might not even had the Knights in because they were almost a 500 hockey club there for a point.
Yeah.
If that all like transpired the way it did, and
I don't know if
everything
it should
like
be
that.
1 to 16, but I
Or
think it
1
should
to-
be 1 to 8 for each conference because I want to keep like same teams playing each other, if that makes sense. Obviously, like the Edmonton and the Kings thing of them playing each other like 5 straight years is a bit rough, but like I like seeing like these similar matchup just because it creates rivalries. And
I
that's
like
gonna be
rivalries,
good for
but
that
I
kind
do
of
think
thing.
you need
But-
one v8.
Yes, 1v8 100% because this is like slight bias, but there's no world that the Stars should be rewarded playing the Minnesota Wild in the first round. Even vice versa, the Minnesota Wild don't deserve to play the Stars in the first round of the playoffs. That's just completely crazy. I mean, it's just like the wrong set. You're like rewarding a team that just got 110 points to go play another team with 109, but like you go look at the Pacific, bunch of 90-point teams get to play each other. I'm just rank it 1 to 8. That would be fun, but it's the same thing on the other side. I mean, you look at Tampa and Montreal, they played each other. Why can't one of them play like Pittsburgh or the Flyers? Obviously, great series, Pittsburgh and Flyers, and like I'm glad that panned out the way it did. But like, it's just like we're rewarding teams for like not being as good pretty much.
Right.
It's just like, so I'm completely okay with the 1 to 8 as long as it's still split into like conferences and that kind of thing.
I'll give you that.
Yeah.
I'm just thinking, like, especially looking at the MLB standings there, of like, we're going to have all of these National League teams that are going to be 10 games above 500, and they're going to be scratching out for that wild card 3 spot. Where in the AL, it's like, who wants a wild card spot? Anybody?
Yeah.
No? You're
No.
going to change daily? Okay.
Yeah.
You know, because Alex made the graphic yesterday. The Rangers weren't in the playoff spot. And we walk into class today, and Sean's like, "Oh, I got to update
They're
the
in a
graphic
playoff
because
spot.
they're now back in a wild card spot or whatever." You
Yeah,
know,
I think due to tiebreaker, I believe, or maybe I think it's just a 1 game or half a game difference with Mariners. But yeah, I think it would. I don't think it'll ever happen, but it would be interesting to see what a playoff tournament would look like with
one game difference.
1 game difference. It would be interesting to see what a playoff. I feel like it would make a better tournament between like the top 12 teams it is now. But yeah, I think you lose a lot of rivalries and a lot of like.
You lose a lot of rivalries,
Yeah.
because
Totally.
if you just were like, all right, nobody from the AL West is getting in, and now the Phillies are a playoff team,
Yeah.
and they're playing the, let's say, Athletics. Like, who cares? Maybe
that'd be kind of cool.
somebody
'Cause, like,
really old
Philadelphia
or like
Athletics, yeah.
like I remember the days when Oakland, was the Philadelphia A's or whatever.
I don't know. I think
That would be interesting.
maybe not do like the best 12 teams, but keep the format the same, but then re-rank once you get into the playoffs, because that way division games still matter. And even if it is a crappy division, they're still playing each other constantly, and you're still having to win those games, even if they pan out to just be slightly above 500. I'll suck it up and not complain about it if it's like a division win, but then they get rewarded with playing the best team in the league because now they're one of the worst teams that make the playoffs. I'm completely okay with that, because then you keep those games where you play like the Cardinals playing the Cubs or the Rangers playing the Astros. Those still matter, and they're still big rivalry.
I think you do that. Yeah.
Then-
Yeah, you do. The AL West plays the AL West. The
Yeah.
NL Central plays the NL
Yeah.
Central. But when it comes to like, here, all right, now we're at the playoffs. All right, here's the best 12 teams or whatever. Maybe re-rank it there.
I just
I don't-
want the
I don't
divisions
know,
to
but-
matter. So like, as long
Yeah.
I think a division winner should make the playoffs, and then
Okay,
is like because I just
fine.
feel like if you
Let's
take
do it
that
the way
away,
the NFL does it.
yeah,
The division winner plays, like the top division winner or whatever plays the wild card with, however they do it.
I just need it to be
one
like.
bye or whatever.
I just need it to be like where those division games matter. So like obviously you want to win your division, you get a playoff spot, but it doesn't determine your rankings or anything. The rankings is just straight. Okay, we have 3 division winners, and then we'll give it to the next 3 best teams, regardless of that, and then we just re-rank them based off their records. So even if that division winner is 81 and 81, they're going to play the best team that won 105 games, regardless of.
Sure.
That's fine by me.
Yeah, I'd be
Just
fine
so the
with
regular
that, 'cause
season
then-
stays somewhat entertaining, because then if you take divisions away in the regular season, then
Right.
Yeah, half the
Who's-
teams.
yeah, it's
there's
just gonna be
nothing to
like-
play
Right.
for.
yeah.
And it would be like the Stars and the Wild. They
Yeah.
shouldn't have been a first round
Yeah.
thing because the Stars should have played, say, Edmonton.
Yeah, I think it
and,
honestly.
the Wild should have played whoever the 5
Yeah,
seed was or
but-
whatever, right? Like,
that, and then the NHL also, I think, has a point system problem. That's along with their playoff format. I don't like their point system at all. Like
you're a big
I'm
Premier League guy.
I'm a big. We need
you want
3 points.
Yeah. I
3
figured.
points
I
for a
figured.
win, 2 points for an overtime win, 1 point, I guess, for an overtime loss or whatever for making it and just call it that. Because that way, because like the Kings, like the whole meme was, oh wow, they made the playoffs because they got into overtime, and then everybody joked that they lost the first game in overtime, and they're like, there's no overtime point in the playoffs, and like I'm just like, this is dumb, because that, who would have made the playoffs if they were in the West? The Red Wings. And you know how long I've had to watch them
Hey,
suffer.
and
it's
who
just
could
like-
have still been in the West if they just wouldn't have introduced the Vegas Golden Knights
Yeah. So
and the Utah Mammoth.
yeah.
Well, I guess the Mammoth were always around as the Coyotes, but the Wings could still be in the West.
So we could have been in that
you could have
spot.
still
Could have been in
had
that
to play
spot.
the Stars back like it was the 90s.
Yeah, it's just, but I think that needs to be changed more than maybe the playoff format. I would rather, if they're going to change one of the two, I'd rather it just be the points. But like, there's a lot that needs to be There's a lot of
I wish you would have been here transitioning back toward the MLB and Rangers.
Can I interject real quick?
Oh, go ahead, Aiden.
I
Go.
think we need to do like 3 points for a win, and 2 for an overtime win, and then 1 for an overtime
Yeah,
loss.
that's what Selkie said.
Okay.
He said that.
Sean says we should bring ties back.
Bring ties. No, don't do that.
agree.
Don't do
I'm a
that.
big hater of ties in any sport.
Yeah, no, I
Yeah.
can't
Dumbest
stand it when it
thing.
does it in the Premier League or
Yeah.
anything like that too. Like,
Yeah.
don't give me a tie. Give me a shootout.
Rid of the
win or
shootout?
whatever. I don't like the shootout. I wish we could figure out how to get it done in overtime.
Yeah.
But I don't want to play 4, 8, 10 periods or whatever to
Yeah.
figure it
Yeah.
out. That kind of vibe. But I wish you could have seen. I know you're probably busy with finals last week. You could have seen our episode last week where we fixed the Rangers.
Yeah.
And seen like my team. You're talking of a few Rangers prospects. I'm calling a lot of people up that Alex just hates.
You call it Fiend? I love Fiend. Gavin
No,
Fiend
we don't
is
have Gavin Fiend anymore.
Oh, do you not?
Lost
Oh, yeah, because
him.
you traded him for
Mackenzie Gore.
Mackenzie Gore. I love Fiend, though. Fiend is one of my... I wanted the Tigers to draft him late in the first round before the Rangers took him. I love Gavin Fiend. Like, when they trade... now that I actually remember that, but, like, I actually love Gavin Fiend. He's one of my favorite prospects in baseball.
Yeah, I called up Dylan Dreiling.
We can't just call up prospects. That's the problem. We can't just
Yeah.
throw them in the majors.
Oh, why not?
He wanted him opening day next year.
Like
right in right field.
Maybe it's okay if you get another year in the minors, but like the problem is if you call up guys too soon and they suck, then it just kills them. AKA
Ask the Angels.
AKA the Angels, AKA Jordan Walker, because that man skipped AAA, was good for one season, and then figured out, and then pitchers figured out how to pitch to him, and he forgot how to hit a baseball. So like, I don't know. You can't rush prospects in baseball. It's a lot different. Like in hockey, you can throw a guy in the NHL and he'd probably learn and he'd be fine the next year. But baseball, the skill gap's just too big.
Yeah.
Why don't you tell Selkie about who Tommy White is?
Yeah, your first baseman for the Rangers next season.
Tommy
according to
White.
Beals.
You know who Tommy White is?
Is that the long-haired like college baseball guy that hit like a ton of tanks that
Heck
one year?
yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Tommy Tanks, baby.
Why?
I wore
There's
a
no
Tommy
way that
White
guy has a good
jersey
hitting
last week.
tool. There's
what?
no way he has a good hitting tool. Like he's got to strike out a ton.
Yeah, he does. He
Was
he's
he
a big
like
strikeout guy.
He
five
doesn't even have
strikeouts,
that-
one home run type beat? Like just
He
like
might be.
Is it like Kyle
he's like
Schwarber?
he's like a 240 hitter.
yeah, Kyle Schwarber pretty
Yeah,
much.
yeah,
like a-
He has 2
Yeah.
home runs on the year right now in AAA. I'd like to say he hasn't been
double
hitting
A. Double A.
Double A.
Let's calm down.
Oh,
Is he
even
still in
better.
Frisco?
The
Yeah.
the A's won't call him up. The A's
he's not
are a
that
500
good.
ball club. Don't have a first baseman, and they won't call him up.
It's
They
just
don't have
because
a
they're
first
not.
baseman. They have Soderstrom,
It's
Kurtz,
just-
No.
Brent Rooker. That is 3 people who could play
Brent
first
Rooker
base.
can play
Brent,
first. He's
Brent
not
Rooker has
currently
been
playing
horrible
first.
this year, by the way.
He's not playing first.
He has been.
That's
horrible.
at least 3 people that you'd put in first base before you'd
He's
go
just-
Tommy
why,
Tanks.
why? You and your like weird obsession to weird athletes.
I love Tommy Tanks.
I love. It was fun, but that doesn't mean he's good. There's so many college baseball players that had like good runs. That doesn't mean they're good. College baseball is wildly different than the MLB.
Yeah.
You know how many like bad college baseball players turned out to be good in the MLB? Quite a few.
I'm trying to
I
think
don't
of
know
like
about bad, but like
college.
average college baseball players that weren't like flashy that turned out to be like super good.
And you don't have that many.
I'm like
great
Aaron Judge.
college-
Tell me you know about. Nobody knew about Aaron Judge until Aaron Judge just threw onto the baseball scene. I mean, he was good. He was okay at Fresno.
He was terrible.
Yeah, I mean,
He-
and then
he-
he turned into the best hitter in the world. I mean,
Well,
Albert Pujols was well, he's like Dominican. That's completely different. Not Dominican,
well,
but
Albert was called up at what 20?
he was called up at 20, and
20?
nobody
Yeah.
really knew who he was because he got drafted in like the 20th round. I know that's like not an American, so the whole college baseball thing, but like,
But with Judge, he was like a call up at like 27.
yeah,
Like he
he's
shouldn't
old.
have been called up.
Yeah.
He shouldn't be the best hitter in baseball.
Yeah.
I don't know
but that's
what
my
happened.
point. Is these guys just like
Is
throw
he
'em out of
using
nowhere.
the contacts that Bryce Harper tried to use? You know what I'm talking about, Alex?
Yeah.
The Nike contacts or whatever.
Yeah. It's weird.
Like
I'm trying to
the red
remember.
ones.
with Judge's call up, I'm trying to remember who it was because someone else got called up with him on the same day because they both hit home runs in their first game, and the other guy no one even knows, but they had the exact same career trajectory. It's just the other one was Aaron Judge and the other is out of the league.
I really wonder if Aaron Judge is not on the Yankees. Is he as good of a hitter?
Yes and no. I think yes. I don't know if you'd be like 60 home run Judge.
Yeah.
But also, there's a lot of times where Yankee players get. This guy's actually good, but there's a lot of times Yankee players get overblown for how actually good they are.
Sure.
I mean,
But I mean, Jazz Chisholm's turned into a 20 home run dude with the Yankees. Jazz Chisholm couldn't hit a broadside of a barn
I hate Jazz Chisholm.
in
I'm his biggest hater.
Miami
But
or Seattle.
I mean,
Was he in Seattle?
No, I think it was just Miami.
Just
to
Miami?
New York.
Yeah. Okay.
yeah.
Yeah,
I was
because
like,
he
what?
had a pretty good rookie year, and then MLB
I
was
was
like, all right,
confused,
make him the
Jazz-
cover athlete.
I always confused Jazz Chisholm and Didi Gregorius. Like in my brain, they're like the same person.
Honestly, they kind of are. I mean, but
One's just a lot flashier.
yeah.
Yeah.
I don't.
He's been
I think
good
the
since he
Yankees-
went larger pants, though. Who could have thought secret to hitting was just giving him John Carlos pants?
I mean, hey, whatever to turn your season around. Last
Yeah.
year it was the torpedo bat.
Yeah. Oh my.
I mean,
that
for-
whole
That
saga,
got
the
so
torpedo bat was
overblown by
hilarious.
everything.
That was one of my favorite
This year it's
things in the
big
world.
pants. You know,
I mean,
next year it will be different socks.
Yeah.
2 years ago, it was Grimace for an entire
Oh.
baseball team.
Yeah.
And
Shout
also
out,
one of your
man.
players being able to sing.
Oh yeah. It's
Yeah.
random
What a
things.
fun
random
year.
things.
What
the
a
Mets.
what an interesting way
And
to.
now the Mets can't win a baseball game. See
They-
how
they
times
are
change?
on
Yeah,
the
he's
way
got a
up.
really bad rap. He's a Rangers fan and a Mets fan.
It's
Really
I had
bad over
two
there.
really good back-to-back years. I had 2023, and then I had 2024. Like Mets, they didn't win anything, but they made it to the Final Four, and it was such a fun year. It's been downhill since, but the Mets are looking better. They're only like 5 games under 500, which like in the NL means you're basically out of it, but it's fine. And they're just calling up anyone and everyone, and and most of them are doing good.
And they're
Shout out
11 and a
Carson
half
Bench.
games out of the East lead with the Braves, and in a wild card spot, they are 7.5 games out. Though
That's
the Giants and the Rockies are
it's
9
May.
and 10 games.
Yeah, that's May.
Yeah, and also 2019, it was a 19 and 31 Nationals team,
Yeah, that
so it
sucks.
is very, very doable.
Yeah, especially in May.
Because they got a bunch of young players. Ewing has looked better than anyone I think expected him to be since getting called up. He'll probably he'll cool off a lot, but having that much speed and having that great of defense will do wonders for any team. And those are kind of things that just don't slump. And then Carson Bench is figuring it out. He's starting to become the real leader of the team.
Carson, Oklahoma State legend.
Big Carson Bench fan. Never gave up. I know for whatever reason, Mets fans complete gave up on him for the first month. It's like his first month. And he played almost no AAA last
Yeah.
year. Soto's
See?
still playing.
Call up guys from Double
Oh
A.
my gosh.
It works out.
No.
How to kill a prospect 101.
Yeah. They just called up Nick Morabito. I don't know how that's gonna go, but it's whatever. And you still have Lindor coming back. I don't think he's as bad as he was to start the year. There's still a lot of potential in that team, especially since they've decided just all right, we have a farm system, let's use it.
Yeah, they shouldn't be that bad anyways.
Yeah.
What they started with is not what they should be with that. They have good enough talent to be a playoff team.
You know-
Boba
you know
2
who-
home run game yesterday.
Yeah,
He's back.
There you
They
go.
lost, doesn't matter.
You know who should be a good team that's terrible?
The Tigers.
Well,
Oh, sorry.
the
but
Tigers.
just
The
throwing that out
Tigers
there.
are weird. I don't know.
Just throwing that out there.
They should be a better team, but I mean, should they be a better team? They're a young team with some decent
Yes
talent, but it's not like they have
and no.
stars.
Yes
Yeah.
and no.
The team I'm talking about is the Giants. The Giants
they
have
are
a
a really
massive
interesting one.
payroll and are really bad.
That's because they spend their money on the wrong guys.
Yeah, it's weird because you see a bunch of stuff and you see their highlights and it's okay, this team is clearly having a lot of fun this year. They must be good. No, it's it's such a weird team. I remember I saw
You're talking about college guys not working out.
Yeah, that was
That
probably
one
the dumb.
right
I'll be
there.
honest, that honestly, I'm not a big fan of that.
Tommy Vitello, the manager,
Yeah, Tony
coming straight
Vitello.
from college, first ever manager
Yeah.
from college. He, in my opinion, he's fired by the All-Star break.
It's just a completely different game. You can't just. I mean, I know it's baseball. It's still baseball, but like college baseball and the major leagues are just wildly different, and it's just like. But also, just like, what is that? They spend their money on who? Like who we? I mean, Devers is cool, but like,
Yeah.
what is he?
Technically, they're spending his money, but I mean, technically, the Red
Yeah,
Sox
but like,
did
I mean, big name. I'm just trying to think of like big names on their team, and just like.
that.
Adames.
Willie Adames, they spent a lot of money on him.
And he is
That
not-
guy
Matt
tore
Chapman,
the Cardinals
he
apart.
spent a lot of money on.
Yeah,
Yeah, that was
he's
a recent
basically Nolan
extension.
Arenado.
Luis
is what he's turning
Arise.
into.
Spent a lot of money on him.
Luis Arise is, in my opinion, the most overrated baseball
I
player
will agree
in
with
the
that.
last
Harrison Bader?
decade and a
I
half.
am a big-
They thought
They
Harrison
ruined
Bader
Bader.
was
They
the
ruined
second
Bader.
coming of
Bader on
of
the Cardinals is nothing. I mean, nothing
Willie
compared
Mays
to what
or
he is
something like
now.
Yeah.
But they just have a bunch of guys that are like. I mean, Luis Arise. They're like, oh, cool.
Hey,
he can,
technically, they
sucks.
spent a lot
He
of money
sucks.
on him.
He's
Jung
Yeah.
Hoo Lee. They,
Yeah.
that was
He's
one of those
fun.
international
yeah,
Japanese
and they
fightings.
that they couldn't.
that they had to
didn't hit on really.
Yeah, they had to pay all the money to just talk to him or whatever.
Yeah. I don't know. It's just they spend their
Yeah.
money, and like I respect it for trying to go out there and win, but they don't really get the right guys, in my opinion. Their
nothing
team could
about
win,
them,
but-
yeah.
But they're
nothing-
also in a tough division. I mean,
Sure, the Padres and the Dodgers.
Padres, Dodgers, and like I don't know how the D-backs are doing.
They're decent.
I know they haven't really been what they were, and everybody thought they were going to be good, and then after they made the World Series, and then they haven't really done anything. But like,
You know
it's
what they
still
need to do? They need to rebrand their jersey again. When they do that,
they
they'll-
turn into a good base.
yeah.
Yeah,
Every time they rebrand their
Yeah.
jersey, they turn into a good baseball
No,
team.
no. There's just this whole season has kind of just been like weird teams doing good and bad,
Yeah.
and like other teams that you think were going to be good, like the Mets. I thought the Tigers were going to be better. They're not
I
doing
thought they were
good.
going to run their division.
Yeah, the
just 'cause of how weak
Giants,
it is.
and then you have nobody thought the NL Central was going to be good. Everybody thought the Cubs were just going to like run away with that division, and now you got every team's 500 or better. Although the Pirates are about to follow that once they get swept in the next couple of days, but that's. But I'm just like so.
Hey, the Pirates are calling up the password.
Oh, is that that's the Red Sox, former Red Sox, right?
yeah. The guy
I can't say his
I
name,
know
but I know who
how
you're
to say
talking
his
about.
name.
Yeah.
Yeah, something
his
Garcia.
brother is the username.
Yeah.
Yeah.
His brother, the username.
Yeah,
that is
so-
the best nickname in baseball. I don't care if he can pitch, as long as he is,
there's a guy
is
down
up
in
long enough that I can get like a jersey that says the password on it. That'd
Yeah.
be dope.
Yeah.
There's a guy down in Toronto, the Iowa Meat Truck, Peyton Williams.
Oh,
That might
yeah.
be my favorite nickname right now.
Iowa meat truck, yeah. I enjoy the speaking of the Texas League with Tommy Tanks. You got the Hispanic Titanic still down there in Double-A, I think, for Amarillo, which is technically Arizona. He might be up at Triple-A now, but that's Ivan Mendez
Yeah.
from Texas. And that nickname makes no sense whatsoever. A coach at Texas, I don't know what coach. He just says a coach at Texas came up to him his first day on campus and went, "Man, you're massive. You're like the Titanic, and you're Hispanic." That's what we'll call you, the Hispanic Titanic.
Yeah.
Nickname stuck for 4 years at Texas, and I'm like,
Just
what?
random. Yeah.
Wow.
That doesn't make any sense. What a terrible nickname. Like he couldn't have gone, yeah, let's not call me that.
Yeah. I don't know. Baseball's got to keep those like weird nickname things and all these fun things and
Yeah.
keep them like they got to make the sport more. I don't want to say more fun because I love baseball, but I feel like there's a good crowd that takes
definitely
it
need to
way
market it
too
more.
serious.
Yeah.
Oh,
and like
yeah,
just
yeah.
go out there and it's baseball. I mean, we got guys with weird names. I mean, Lars Nootbaar, even though on my jersey, the only still Cardinal jersey I have that's still on the team, by the way, because the rest of them got traded. But and then you switch pitching pitchers. I mean, the Cardinals got that guy this offseason. He doesn't switch
yeah.
pitch really anymore, but he still can do it technically. I mean, you got to market these guys and have fun with these nicknames and other things. They got rid of Players Weekend. I feel like they should bring that back. That was
Yeah,
fun.
they definitely should bring back
And
Players
all
Weekend.
the nicknames, like that was fun. They got rid of that. Don't know why they stopped doing that.
I will say one of my favorite additions they've done last 2 years is Rivalry Weekend. Even though they're not doing like the best rivalries they could, I think it's such a fun concept, and it in theory should not fail.
Yeah.
It's kind of shaky with
people,
some of them.
the
but
people that get upset about baseball being fun are the same people that call rules violations in watching golf on TV.
Yeah.
Like, oh, he touched the ball with his pinky toe.
Yeah.
That's a 2-stroke penalty. Or, oh, he moved a blade of grass when he wasn't allowed to. The rules official didn't report it correctly. Like, do we care really? Like,
Yeah.
like especially like guys that like if it's golf, hit like a triple bogey. Do you need to call in that they got a quadruple bogey rather?
Yeah.
In baseball, it's the same thing of like, if a guy bat flips a bat and almost launches it out of the stadium,
Who cares?
who cares?
Yeah, just go out there and have fun.
Would you not have passion if you hit a home run?
Especially you
like-
think some of these guys and like some of those guys that go out and do that stuff are guys that are not like destined talents for the rest of their whole life. They're just random guys that got their chance, make big plays, and I feel like we should market those guys better. It's the same thing with the NHL. Both my favorite leagues, baseball and hockey, they do horrible at marketing these talents, and the NHL's a little more rough because like I feel
at
like
least with the NHL, the marketing is done in Canada, so they market their Canadians or whatever.
so well. I mean,
But yeah, the MLB, they don't market
they
anybody.
don't market anything, and they frown upon certain things, and I'm just like, why? I mean, these guys are having fun. They're playing a sport that's really hard. I mean, and then it's just like, let's market these guys. Let's have some fun, and America needs to do better with the hockey stuff too. Because you think Mitch, this is a fun thing that I was thinking about the other day, is like Mitch Marner played for Toronto all those years, and he was always talked about, good or bad, always talked about. Went to Vegas, completely forgot he was on the team the whole regular season. Completely forgot about that. Once he signed with them, I was like, oh, that's horrible. I hate Vegas. I really wish he didn't go
it's
there.
also
And then
in America, we value East Coast teams because the East Coast can watch them.
Yeah.
So like even if the Giants were like the greatest team in baseball, like they were for a good stretch where they won 3 World Series in 6 years.
Yeah, 6 years.
Nobody talked about them, and like nobody talked about Madison Bumgarner being the greatest pitcher postseason pitcher.
Let's get that right.
Postseason pitcher in the MLB. Nobody talked about that because they didn't stay up and watch the games because the game started at 11 o'clock for them, kind of
It's
thing.
a weirdly forgettable dynasty. For 3 World Series in 6 years in MLB.
I can name you 4 guys. That's it. I can't name you more than 4 guys on that team.
I could just tell you that the
Timmy
coach was
Lincecum.
Bruce Bochy, and I only know that just because he went to the Rangers and the whole thing about how he was there.
Okay, I could name you 5.
I could probably do more than 5. I mean, Belt, Crawford, Bumgarner.
I forgot about Belt.
Lincecum.
Okay.
Sandoval's on that team.
If you start naming them, I was like, oh, I could name the whole team. Never mind.
But like,
But
I mean,
right off the top of my head,
it's
I
just
was like,
they don't have. But I mean, it's weird. That's just weird. But yeah, I mean, that's true. It's
probably
because
the ad agencies are in the East as well.
Yeah.
But
I mean, like the
dog
dog
offices
I
are in
guess
the
that's
East.
different. I don't know. I just feel like if it's a good
LA
player,
gets
they
this
need
like
to talk
special
about
treatment
it
because
more.
of Hollywood and everything.
And also,
It's
they
not-
have Ohtani, so it's a little.
Yeah.
They get the whole Japanese crowd too. So
They have an
helps.
entire country cheering him on.
I don't.
Why didn't
Both
they latch on to any other Japanese players?
I don't know. Someone has got to talk about Murakami. That guy has like 20 homers almost. The White Sox are in a playoff spot. I know it's like with like a 500 record or whatever, but the White Sox, I mean, they've lost 100 games the past like 3-4 years and have been good in like
had the worst team in MLB history.
Yeah, no one's
just
talking
a couple
about that.
seasons ago.
They just beat the Cubs in a series, I think, and an
with a
insane
walk-off-
game.
Yeah, walk-off home run. Edgar Quiero, it was his first barrel, like the StatCast barrel of the season. It was a walk-off home run.
I'm just like, I just feel like MLB has a problem, and I don't want to say the NHL has a problem because like it's Canadian teams and like original 6 teams get followed the most, but they stick with like the teams that like were good 50 years ago that everyone talks about. No one like mentions like these teams that like haven't been around as long or talks about them as much. And I'm just like, there's players that are on teams that don't get mentioned for like how good they have been. Like Jose Ramirez is obviously he hasn't been great this year for the Guardians, but he's been one of the best third basemen in the game for the last decade. And it's the same. This is my whole thing about why Derek Jeter's most overrated baseball player in MLB history.
I know that take. I've heard that one.
I could agree with that
Because
one.
it's just he plays. If you put him on the Royals or the Guardians, he's an average shortstop that no one really cares about, and it's just the truth. Because he's a good hitter, but he's literally the worst defender of all time. Based on any stat you look at, he's the worst defender of all time.
Somehow multiple Gold Gloves.
He has multiple Gold Gloves for making one good play a year, one fancy play a year. Like every player could do that. It's not what makes you a good
In
fielder isn't
2001,
one
he
good
made
play.
2 plays.
Yeah, it's not. But what
He
makes you a
dove
good
into
play?
the crowd and then he flipped the ball.
Yeah.
in the most pointless backup of all time.
Yeah, it didn't need to
get
be done, but
Jason Giambi running to home.
yeah, I'm just like,
When all he had to do
It's-
was slide, and he's out.
it's not
Very
about the
safe.
plays that you make as a fielder. It's about the plays that like you have to do. It's like being able to do the plays you have to do. And it's no one cares that you can make a jump throw once every 20 times. Same reason I don't like I think Ellie De La Cruz is an overrated defender. He makes fancy plays, but he throws like 50 errors a season. Like I don't.
Yeah,
It was what
My take.
Elvis.
I don't think Posada ever tagged Giambi based on the video.
Oh, that's a take.
I
don't know. I haven't seen the
it
video in so
completely.
just
long.
saying
ago.
words at this point.
If he tagged him, he didn't tag him. Whatever. All I know is if Giambi slides at all,
Yeah.
it's a different outcome too.
It
But-
just leads to speed.
Yeah.
All I'm saying is
it
this.
is an iconic
Yeah.
play, like we're talking
It's cool,
about.
and I'm not hating Derek Jeter.
But
I mean,
here's one for you,
insane,
Aiden.
but-
You'll hate this. Elvis Andrews, terrible shortstop.
Ooh, wow.
He couldn't make a basic
I don't
play.
know about that one. Well, in the ALDS in 2015, like he kind of lost the series for the Rangers because he committed
Kinda, he did.
he committed 3 errors in like 5 minutes.
Yeah,
But,
he
like-
has a lot of errors.
He is overrated defensively, I think.
He could hit.
So
He could
Yeah.
He can
I
hit
mean,
pretty
like,
good.
I get you are probably right, but like, I can't say
You're
I
not
can't
gonna say
agree.
hit. You can't agree with my take because of my other bad takes, or because
No,
you
just
like
'cause
Elvis so much.
Grew up a big Elvis. I was always Elvis Andrews and Shin-Shu Chu were my
I
2
love
favorite
Shin-Shu
baseball
Chu.
players. I found a $5 Shin-Shu Chu bobblehead at a random thrift store like a month ago. The happiest day of my life. Oh my god.
I have I still have it. I collect bobbleheads enough if I go and get them. Like I don't like buying them like at a thrift store, but if I go to the game that the bobblehead's
got
there,
one.
I've
Yeah.
got it. Like I've got a Harrison Bader, Redbirds,
Yeah.
bobblehead. Really cool. Like it's him making a diving catch. I think it's in a St. Louis jersey that it has
Yeah.
him in. But I have a Hank Blaylock bobblehead it's his head on a baseball. It's the weirdest thing ever. And I'm like, who made this?
Yeah.
Why did the
I know
Rangers
the
make
last
this a
couple of years the
promotion?
Rangers
But-
have just been going all like with the most random bobbleheads, and
Yeah.
I really wish I could make a game that they have them. I know, like just this Saturday, I found a $2. It was Evan Carter, his ALCS catch against the Astros. Got it.
The wall one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Got it
The-
$2 at a garage sale. It was great.
The Riders were redoing that one. The Rangers ordered so many
Yeah.
and didn't give them all away that they redid it and gave it away at the Riders too.
Yeah, that's awesome.
For that because I think they wanted to do it like 3 or 4 nights, but the tickets didn't sell well enough, so they just did it one night at the Rangers and one night at the Riders because he was a Riders
yeah,
guy. I think he was there for a month, and it's like whatever.
you got to take ownership
Yeah.
of them. You know what I mean?
They have a whole
Former
wall
guy,
of
yeah.
the guys that have been called up to the MLB at the Riders
Yeah, yeah,
for any team.
yeah.
And you go
I've
and look
seen
at that
it,
wall, you're like,
There's
who
some random.
are these guys?
dudes.
Wait, the Rangers had this guy in
just
their
I got reminded
their
of
system?
Yeah, they had
like,
Emmanuel Clase.
yeah. Stuff
It's
like
just a
that. Like,
random-
oh, we had this random Yankee. I can't think of one right now,
Yeah.
but I saw one the other day. I was walking by the wall because it was raining, so I didn't want to walk through the dirt that they have that get to the press box. And I just looked up there and I'm like, wait a second. The Rangers had him and when? And I went and looked it up and yep, it was
Yeah.
one of the JD trades of like 2009
Right.
that he was just like, you're not working out. And now he's, world class player or whatever. And it's just like, whatever. But I guess that's all the time we have. We could keep going for hours on this
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
topic. All the time we have on this edition of the Press Box. It will be me, Selkie, and somebody. Maybe Alex will show up. Maybe Aiden will show up. Maybe me and Selkie can talk to DJ and get him to talk
feel
some
like he would-
hockey. He would love to talk Red Wings
yeah.
stuff.
Yeah, I don't know if he would want to talk it with me, but
He's all about that. We could have the PWHL podcast
yeah.
with
Yeah,
DJ.
yeah,
He's real big into that.
Yeah.
Anyways, that's all we got. We'll see what the press box looks like next year. We'll see how much movies we talk everything like that. But for all of you that have watched the Press Box this year, look forward to picking it back up next year in the fall. But for the 2025-2026 school year, see you next year.